Hi guys, my name is Vidiks. Welcome to part 4 of my walkthrough of Deus Ex Mankind Divided. So, last episode we stayed here at the door of Jensen's apartment after we talked with Sarif on the screen, and after we searched pretty much the entire apartment for items and loot. And now we were about to go try and meet Kohler to see if he can fix our augmentations, which, as you can see, are all giving error. So, of course, we gotta do that quest our priority. We need our augmentations working properly. And on the path going down, we're gonna stop right in front of our own house. And we're gonna hack this keyboard.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Just so that we can see this little scene.
The singularity is near, Severn. You must hang on. Do not give up faith in the Church. Do not give up faith in the Church.
So, if you've been paying attention, you know this is a cultist of the Church of the Machine God.
The means for our salvation.
We are in fact in the apartment of one of their members. We can see this ebook in here talking about the Machine God. The Machine God reached out across the empty vastness, looking for his people, the poor, the mistreated, those society had cast aside. And why were these people shunned? Because they looked different. Because they had been injured, often while protecting the very same people who now turned them away. Okay, so you can read it all. It's a bit of inside info on the Machine God Church beliefs. And this cultist belongs, of course, to the Church of the Machine God, and is praying for this guy over here who seems to be
we will all find our way to the Machine God.
Sleeping, but in fact he cannot wake up.
Change her mind.
And his name is Joseph 7. This seems to be his house. This is his computer. We cannot hack it. The security rating is level 3.
Some of us remembered, Builder.
We can, however, pick up the STEM processor chip. I'm not gonna take the shotgun ammo. I'm not gonna need it, and I need the space for something else. And the apartment is right here inside our own, so we can return anytime to pick it up if we want it. And
the singularity is near, Severn. You must hang on.
We're gonna talk to him.
Seeker, you are here to see the Builder? He has been asleep, but I cannot wake him. I do not know if he will recover.
Okay, the cultist called us Seeker. Apparently, every faithful is a Seeker.
Hope, Joseph.
And he called Joseph 7. He called him the Builder.
For our salvation.
So
do not veer now.
Apparently, he's the builder of the construct that is gonna allow them finally reach the singularity, whatever it is. And
some of us remembered, Builder.
Something happened, and he seems to be unconscious. Now, we'll return to that in a bit. We're gonna search these closets for all the crafting parts. We're not gonna take any alcohol. It's pretty common in the game, and we can find it pretty much everywhere. I personally don't need it. If you want it, you can take it. We're just gonna pick up the crafting parts and the hacking software we find in this area. This is the bathroom. It's got nothing inside, as you can see. Nothing useful. We can pick a few more things in here to sell and breach software. And we can also pick a few more crafting parts. And finally, another sellable item. If you don't have enough space like I don't, just throw out some beer or use it, because it's worth it to take the gyroscopic regulator to sell. After we've done that, we can go back out, and going down, we are also going to enter in this apartment. Level 1 hacking, it's the best we can do right now, so we're just gonna do it. Be sure not to trigger any alarm. If you see you're gonna fail, retreat. My personal advice is always save before doing some hacking.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
And in this apartment we can see it's a cat lover. A lot of cat toys, cat sand, and we can also enter the room to see this telescope that doesn't actually has access to any kind of sky, so it's not to watch stars, of course. She has a pretty good view to the balcony. The house belongs to Daria Miska. Security level 4. We cannot hack it right now. We can take these painkillers. And we can also take from here a few credits. And in the bathroom we can take this neuropozyne vial. It's very important. If you don't take it now, be sure to return later to pick it up. It's worth it. It's valuable. And there's actually people who will trade you info and items for neuropozyne. So be sure to pick it up.
This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to you live from Picus.
The Santo Group. Construction, arcology, quality, excellence. Santo, restoring the past and building the future.
No doubt many viewers were horrified by that story I brought to you last week.
Now, you can also search the kitchen if you want, but she doesn't have anything special in here. Aside from alcohol, nothing special. So we're just gonna leave and keep going down. We'll return later to explore the other rooms, the other apartments, and this vent. But for now, we're just gonna keep going down and
Dars is the man. He'll set you up.
visit the first cellar we find in this game.
Killers, right over there.
Whatever you need, I've got it. You want Praxis, eh? Biocell, hypostim, painkillers.
I might be interested.
I sell these things.
Yeah, I got that.
Buy something.
Okay, so we're gonna sell a few things first. I tend to sell all the alcohol I can find. I will also sell, like I said, the gyroscopic regulator, which has no use except selling, and the hydraulic micropump. Me personally, I will also sell the machine pistol and the 10mm pistol because I'm doing a pacifist walkthrough, so I don't intend to shoot people with real bullets. Maybe robots, but for robots, I'm hoping to use other kinds of methods. Now, we just sold the machine pistol, so we're gonna sell the ammo for it. And the ammo for the combat rifle. Now we're just gonna organize our inventory real quick after this, before we can check what he has to sell. So we can see he has some Praxis kits. Lucky is right next to our home. It's 10,000 credits each, so we're still a little bit far. He has biocells, painkillers, hypostim injectors. He has crafting parts and a lot of types of ammo. And in weapons, he's got basic weapons, combat rifle, 10mm pistol. He's got a tactical shotgun, and he's got a few mods: a 4x scope, and a laser targeting system. I'm gonna buy the laser targeting system. That should be enough to make him happy.
You want anything else?
I have everything I need.
By now, you won't have to come back.
Be careful and don't pick up all of these credits. You can get away with picking up one of these credit chips. You won't get away with picking up both of them. I'm not gonna pick any.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
And I'm just gonna organize my inventory, because space is an issue in here. We are gonna place the laser sight in our tranquilizer rifle. And like before, we're gonna leave those two apartments for later. We're gonna keep going down, and finally we're gonna get to the courtyard. We have a couple more cultists of the Church of the Machine God. We can speak with one of them.
Seeker, are you prepared for the ascension?
I think you've got the wrong guy.
No, I can see your purity. You are close, so close, and the Singularity Church of the Machine God can help take you the rest of the way. You know of it?
I don't think your church can help me get where I'm going.
Each of us lives with needs and desires, begging and howling for attention, for fulfillment. We barely have time to ponder what, if anything, lies beyond this wretched world.
And you have some idea of what that might be?
I am but a servant, tasked with spreading the word and offering hope to those who have none. But I have the teachings of the church to guide me. What would you like to know?
Let's just get to know a little more lore about the church.
This Singularity Church of the Machine God. For augmented only?
The word of the Mother. Only the gifted will ascend. She has cast out the flesh-flawed in preparation.
So you're here on a recruitment drive to fill up the numbers.
And more. The Builder lives in this place. The dreamer of our ascension. Now cast out at the will of the Mother.
Let me guess. He's one of the flesh-flawed.
No. He simply had a crisis of faith. But I am not so blinded by my faith as others are. He was a friend once, a mentor, a leader in our church. Some of us remember. Do you have more questions?
Yeah, what about that ascension?
Tell me more about this ascension.
Our minds will depart their corporeal shells and merge with the divine consciousness of the Machine God. This is the ascension.
Sounds like you're talking about uploading a copy of your brains to a computer. I didn't think that was possible yet.
Thanks to the Builder, it is. But it is much more than a simple copy. It is transference. Joseph called it an evolution of the human condition. Do you have more questions, Seeker?
Yeah. So, tell me about that Builder.
I saw your Builder upstairs. He's not doing so well.
I was afraid of this. His flesh is failing, as his faith did. Perhaps the Mother was right to cast him out before he could tarnish the ascension.
Doesn't say much for your church that you abandoned someone for asking questions. Not going to do much for your recruitment drive.
One of the chosen holds vigil. That is all I can do. Joseph's passion turned to bitter poison, and the flesh is weak. There is nothing more to say, Seeker. Do you have more questions?
Nope. So...
Nothing right now. Maybe some other time.
Very well, Seeker. I will be here if you change your mind.
No longer.
Seems like the Builder upstairs, Joseph, made finally a machine that will allow them to upload their minds into a server. But then he had a crisis of faith and, I don't know, something happened because he's unconscious. And these guys say it's punishment for his lack of faith. And I don't buy it. Now, we'll have to figure out that later. Now, I know this part of the game, when you get over here, can be a little confusing. The area around is huge, but when you get to the courtyard, we come down from these stairs in the corner, and like you see, I came over here. We have these garages behind us, and we have three ways out of this courtyard: in front, to the left, and to the right. This entire building is the apartment block where Jensen lives. So we have an alley in here, a smaller one in here, and the main street with the main entrance right here. And right now we're gonna exit through the main entrance right in front of us. So, like I was saying, you have over there the stairs from where we came. We have the exit to the left, the exit to the right, and the exit in front for the main street, which we are going to use. By getting here, we can, using the map, get a little bit more information. Now, like I was saying, this is the apartment block where Jensen lives. We have the exit to the left, the exit to the right, and the front exit. These are the streets. And we need to go to color to get our augmentations fixed. Where the map shows red, it means you can't walk normally. It's a hostile area, so probably guarded. And right now we have a merchant right in front of us. In here, the merchant we visited earlier when coming down the stairs, and we have another one in here. So let's just talk with this guy.
Not sure why we even let them out of the district.
You looking for the best prices in Prague? Not talking hot dogs here.
If the hot dogs aren't your main business, why don't you have a store?
See, this way, I get to keep my overhead down and pass on the savings to the customers.
Entrepreneurial.
Better believe it.
What have you got?
Well, I got info. The kind that's worth something.
Could always use reliable intel.
Who couldn't? But for that, I only accept payment in Europozine.
No problem. What do you have?
Okay, so this merchant will sell you info in exchange for 1 vial of neuropozine. We do have a vial. We picked it up earlier before in Daria's apartment, Daria Miska, when we were coming down the stairs. So we will be tempted to give him the neuropozine to get whatever info he has. Now, I'm not going to do it, and I'll explain why. It always feels like cheating to me, because basically the info he gives me is codes. So, access codes for keypads. And those keypads are all in this area, and by buying the code, I feel like I'm giving myself an excuse not to go exploring to find the code or an alternative way in. And because there's also ways for you to find the code without having to buy it from this guy, I'm not gonna spend the neuropozine with him. Also, because there are other quests that will require neuropozine and you won't have an alternative to get whatever item they can provide. So we're not gonna buy any
Maybe I'll
info.
come back later.
Whatever. Suit yourself.
We are gonna take our neuropazine with us, and we came from here. This is our home. We talk with that merchant, and now we're gonna go to this side, pass through this cop.
License, permit, voucher, document of authority, temporary pass, travel coupon, and or certificate of authenticity.
Good old days, we'd just ask for ID.
Good old days are gone. Haven't seen one of these before. Orange level. You are some kind of badass?
Just someone with a job to do.
You better believe
and the
it.
tools to do it, obviously. Go on through.
Yeah. Okay, so in here, if you remember, we have another merchant, apparently in a bar, Svobody Beer, and we're gonna talk to her.
Oh, ahoy.
What can I get you? Beer? Something else?
Something else, perhaps.
What else have you got?
Oh, just an item of interest.
For someone who lives off of their sales, you're unusually reserved.
Well, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust, especially these days. For example, I don't suppose you have any neuropazine you would be willing to spare, do you?
Okay, like I said, there are other people who also ask for neuropazine, and there will be no other way for them to give you what you want in a friendly manner. You can, of course, put them unconscious and steal them, or steal their place, hack keyboards and such, but to be friendly and do things non-hostile, let's give her the neuropazine to her.
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. I can't tell you how much this means.
These are tough times. We all have to do what we can.
You understand? That's... You have no idea how many people just look the other way. But we can't afford to. Not AUGs, and not anyone else. What happens to one happens to all of us.
The neuropazine isn't even for you, is it?
No, it's not. I'm what you might call well, I think of myself as a Samaritan smuggler. I get things for people in need.
I'm glad I could help.
Listen, I can't let you leave without thanking you properly. I store a few supplies in the basement. The code to the door is 1015. Help yourself to what's down there.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Like you said, we all need to help each other. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Let's see those odds and ends you have for sale.
Okay, we don't have to, but I'm gonna buy a first aid pack in here.
You can't go wrong with that.
I'm good for now.
As you wish.
And we are gonna use the code she gave us to go down to the basement, like she said. Security rating was level 4, so you would not be able to enter here in a very long time. If you tried another approach. And in the basement, it looks like she has an hidden bar, maybe illegal, maybe a meeting place for some kind of resistance movement. I don't know. We'll have to explore. And the flag of the Czech Republic. And in here, behind the counter, we can read a newspaper which we already saw. And as you can see, nothing special but alcohol, and we can use the same code again in this keypad. There is also the Samistat newspaper in here that we already read before, just like the one behind the counter. And in here, with the code Teresa gave us, we'll find an ebook, Fall of an Empire, speaking about the disintegration of the United States of America. There's also some rare Welsh whiskey, which is worth some credits. And there is also a pocket secretary. This pocket secretary has a door code for one of the storage areas you see in the street. It explains, as you can see, that Teresa is sort of a smuggler of medication for augmented people, and some of the people she works with are getting nervous about how many times she does it and how dangerous it's becoming. So apparently there's nothing else in here, but if you use the smart vision, you'll see something that resembles a door, and if we come close enough, we'll actually see the icon pop up for opening the door. The door is locked, so you cannot open it, but if you search a little using your smart vision, you'll be able to see something shining in the corner there. So just move the boxes away and press the button, and the door is unlocked. Now, we cannot quite come in yet. There's a large wood crate right in front of the door, and for now, it's too heavy for us to move it. But we know of it, and we can return later, after we fix our augmentations. You don't have to do this. I'm doing it because, you know, I'm kinda crazy that way. And now, we're gonna go back up. Thank you,
What can I
Teresa.
get for you?
And we're gonna proceed to the right of the door, coming from our house, which is right there, that open door. We're gonna get up here.
I don't know what you're so afraid of. What are you expecting?
Stop right there. Yeah, you. Down on your knees.
We can watch this scene.
Hands behind your head. Yes, I'm going to frisk you now. Don't move. That's for me to find out.
And we can also jump into this elevator, press the button, and pick up that pocket secretary. It's got nothing special, it's just a little more lore, but it will help you in the long run with extra experience for reading pocket secretaries. Now, you could, of course, from here jump to this balcony and pick up these credits, search the place for anything useful. Like usually I don't pick up alcohol, I don't pick up beer or wine unless it's rare. Crafting parts, it's always a must. Let's read this ebook, Global Politics Review. Don't forget to come to the bathroom and check it out. Using the smart vision, we can see there's nothing else special in here. We can hack this computer. It's a level 1, belongs Floss and Mel's computer, apparently to a couple.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
And we'll be able to read that Police Ullman managed to get a job at the Santo Group after her application. And Santo Group is the corporation that built the ghetto here in Prague, and that is also building Rabia's ghetto in Oman. They are publicizing it as a paradise for augmented people, but it's actually a ghetto. And apparently the fact that she accepted that job offer caused some friction in her wedding. Because they are augmented. Now, let's just go back out. We could have come up also coming from that side, jumping through that box and going through there using that sign and moving up those stairs. I don't know if you can see it
I'm getting
in the
worried.
branches.
Should I be calling every police station in town looking for you?
That's not necessary. I'll be in soon.
Good, because we've got work to do.
Miller is getting worried. Don't worry about it. Seems like it was probably an early idea like they did in Human Revolution, where you had a certain amount of time to get there, but it's not the case in here. You can take as long as you want to get to the offices, so don't worry about it. Now we're just gonna go back down however you want it, and just to keep focused, so we came from there, that's our home. We went there to talk with Teresa, went up these stairs and went to the roof over there to pick up the pocket secretary and jumped to that balcony to check the house inside. Now, we're gonna proceed straight under this tunnel. And finally, we have, if you check on your map, we have the entrances to the area we need to go, where Kohler lives. We can enter through here, or through here and from this side. All the area is marked in red, which means it's hostile. We can see there's a guard at the gate. If we approach it,
Street is off limits, Oyobok. Private function. All businesses are temporarily closed.
there's no way to go around him, so we'll try going from the other side. And that means coming through this police checkpoint. We're gonna do that right in the next episode, guys. Thanks for watching episode 4. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and be right back for episode 5. Thanks, guys. See you right next.